Well, hello, everybody, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, May 25th. Oh my gosh, I can't believe May is almost over. That's crazy. It's 10 a.m. Eastern Time and on the East Coast. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live. And welcome, everybody. This is so weird. My video says live streaming on May 23rd. But today's 25th, so I don't understand how that was going on. That is really strange. I started thinking, what is today? But I know it's the 25th, and but my video is saying it's 23rd, so that's crazy. So welcome, everybody. Come on in. Hello, hello. Good morning. It's bright and early on Saturday. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I had to work yesterday a double, and I got off pretty early, like 9 o'clock, but then I had to come home and do these cards because I'm so far behind from being gone for 2 weeks for my trip and then my leadership training for work. It's like I just haven't had time to catch up on anything, so I'm way behind on stuff. So I thought, oh, I'll have plenty of time to do it day before yesterday, and I ended up working in the yard almost the whole day, so I said, well, I guess I'll have to do it after work on Friday. And luckily, I got out not too late, but I was up till about 11:30 last night doing these cards. So, and stupid me, I thought, well, I'll just do one. And then I was like, well, I need to show one going the other direction. And then I thought, well, I'll just do three. So we're going to make all three today. So hello, hello, everybody. Good. A lot of people are joining us. Let me say hello. Hey, Carol. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Lisa Marie. Hey, Kim. Hey, Julie. Hey, Joan. Hey, Judy. Hey, Sharon. Oh, I already said Sharon. Let me see. Hey, Regina. Hey, Judith. Hey, Rita. Hey, Cam. Hey, Margene. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Becky. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Carolyn. School is out for the summer. What? Sharon said school's out for the summer. Not here, it's not. We still have like 3 more weeks, I think. We don't get out till late. Hey, Beth. Hey, Diane. Hey, Therese. Hey, Jody. Hey, Myra. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Susan. All right, I think I caught everybody so far. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody. So we're doing the faux shutter. Faux shutter. I love saying that. Faux shutter. Like faux shutter. Or it's also called the fracture. I don't know if it's fracture or fractured. I guess fractured. I probably forgot the D. Card technique. So it's supposed to look like, the old time days when you had a camera and the shutter would open. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like, a shutter on a camera. I don't understand the fracture, where that comes from. But a lot of people call it fractured card too. So I don't know. I just call it faux shutter, but that's what we're doing today. So we're going to do one super easy, and well, they're all easy really, but this is the easiest one because it's one sheet. This one uses 2 different patterns. This one uses 2 different patterns. So we're going to start with this one, and then this one. But they're all really easy. You can use any designer paper you want to. It works better with designer paper that doesn't have a definite direction to it. So you don't really want to use one that is, unless you're doing the one piece one. If you're doing just the one solid piece and you're not cutting it, then you can do one direction. But if you're cutting the pieces up and splitting them, then you want to make sure you've got one that can go any direction pretty much. So that's what we're going to do today. And I was just going to do one because that's super easy. And then I thought, nah, I said, it's Saturday. We might as well just keep on going. So you're getting a 3 for today, a 3 for. And also, I wanted to show you a sneak peek. Well, let me show you what sets we're using. We're only using 2. So Unbounded Love is where I got the happy birthday from. And you can tell that's an older pad. That's a brand new juicy pad. So if you're using a brand new juicy pad, make sure you don't press too hard. or it will kind of like saturate into your paper like that. So that's where I got the happy birthday from, right here. And love those words. These are really pretty. And then Flowers of Beauty, we're using these two stamps for the inside of our card. So all I did was just change the colors for each one. So we're just doing, oh, got smeared on that one. So we're just using the flowers from Flowers of Beauty. So that's our stamps for today. No dies, just plain old cutting. And then, good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? I know it's early for some of you guys, depending on where you are. Also, I wanted to show you my card kit. I forgot to show this last time. So this is the card kit if you order from now till the end of the month. So all orders from the 16th to the 31st will get this card kit, which is also the same paper as this paper pack. So you'll get these supplies to make all these 3 cards, which are gorgeous. Love this paper. It's called Wildly Flowering, I think. And so this is the card kit with a $50 or more order using the host code. And then if your order's $100 or more, you also get these gems with it. And so that's the card kit until the 31st. And then we've also got the starter kit special going on. So if any of you guys want to order, or if you're placing an order and it's around $100, you might want to think about getting the starter kit special, because for $99 and free shipping, you get $125, whatever you want. You can pick whatever you want. Plus all of these things extra bonus free. So that's $82 worth of stuff free. So you're getting $26 free automatically plus $82 free. So that's $207 of product for only $99 and free shipping. So that is another 20 some dollars you're saving, because you're getting over $200 worth of stuff. So that is a fantastic deal. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin in that kit. So I don't know which one. They always just throw one in, surprise you. But that's an awesome deal to the end of the month. So if you're thinking about ordering and you want the new colors, that's a great deal. Also, I wanted to show you, I didn't get any happy mail, but this is my class coming up this week. So I'm doing a class on the paper pumpkin kit that we just had in, I think it was March or April. It was a couple months ago. So this kit matches the Meandering Meadow paper, but it's called, what is it called? Wandering Meadow or something? I forget. I didn't bring the box with me. But it's the paper pumpkin kit. I'm almost sure it was either March or April, but I can't remember. So what I did was I took the kit and did alternate projects. So we're doing, these cards are the ones that I've made so far. And we're going to do, I'm going to try and do a couple more today if I have time. So we're definitely doing these 8. And then if I have time, I might do a couple more, because they're super easy. You really don't have to do all that much to this paper because the paper is so beautiful. So this is the paper pumpkin kit, and they have really upped the game on the paper pumpkin kits, I'm telling you, because the last, like, I would say since January, they have been fantastic. Because we had the lavender one, the one with the like painted lavender stuff. And then we had this one with this gorgeous paper. We had the wings, something wings with the butterflies in it. I'm going to do another class with that one. And there was another one with little, what were they called? I already did the class with that one. It was not daisies, but shoot, it was blue and yellow and white. I can't remember what the flowers were in that one, but no, it wasn't one with roses. It was, shoot, I can't think of what it was. It was little white flowers or blue, no, they're blue flowers. Darn it, that's gonna drive me crazy now. I want to say it was back early, a few months ago. Anyway, I did that kit. So this is my class for this week on Tuesday morning and Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. I still have spots left available. So if you are local to this area in Chesapeake, Virginia, Or if you're a couple hours away and you want to drive to come to class, you can do that. It's $25. You get the refill kit, which sells online. I'm not sure. Yeah, Dandelion. That's what it was, Dandelion. You get the whole refill kit yourself. Plus, I add extra cardstock and ribbon and stuff. So, and you also get a sheet of the butterflies. So the class is $25 for at least 8 cards. Plus, you get to keep all the extras from your kit. So it is a great deal. So that's coming up this week. And if you want to come to class, just send me an email or message, and you can come. All right, I think that's all of my talking for now. Dandelion wishes. Yeah, I think that was it. Hello, Donna. Hello, Becky. Yeah, Vicky, you got it. It was the Dandelion one. And Becky got it too. Yeah, I'm hoping they come up. The one that they just had this month, I think was more masculine. I just got that one. I haven't even opened the box yet, but you know me, I love the flowers and stuff. So the flowers always get me, and I ordered a ton of extra ones. So, all right, so the first card we're going to do is this one right here. This is the easiest one because it's only one sheet. We're not cutting these pieces at all. So you need 5.5 by 8.5 early espresso, 5 1/4 by 4 white for the inside. You need that piece of designer paper, which I guess I should have put this way. We're going to put it this way. And that's Wildly Flowering. And then you need a 2 by 2 Moody Mauve, or you can make it 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I just didn't want to cover too much of the paper because it's so pretty, so I did a smaller square. 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 white, and then your 4 strips. Let me put this here. Your 4 strips of early espresso, and these strips are 1/4 inch wide. These strips right here, they're always 1/4 inch. I have seen people do 1/2 inch, so you could make it fatter if you wanted to, but I didn't. So love the tree stamp and the new paper pumpkin. Oh, I haven't seen the tree stamp. I haven't even opened the box yet, so I'll have to go do that. All right, so this is all you need. And oh, let me show you the pack of paper. So I did show it the other day. This is the piece that I'm using today. And then for the card kit that I just showed you, let me pull these out. They're so beautiful. So we have this pink piece, and the backs are all pretty too. This is my card kit, is this piece. That's the back. This piece, and that's the back of that one. And that piece, that's the back. And then I am using this little piece, and that's the back of that one. So gorgeous paper in here. Love that. And it's really hard when the back is so pretty too, and you just can't decide which side to use. That makes it hard. It's always funny because it seems like there'll be one piece in the pack that I really don't like that much, and then the back of it I don't like either. And I'm like, why do they put the two pieces I don't like together? It just cracks me up. But all right, so let's get started with this one. So this is super easy. Let me take these off. Okay, so this is gonna just shock you how easy it is. All right, so what I did first was I took this piece and I wanted to mark the center of the paper. So you can either mark the center going this direction, which is what I did. So this is 4 inches across. So I'm gonna mark it at 2 inches both ways. So here is 2 inches. I'm gonna use a pencil so I can erase it. So I'm just putting a little mark at 2, and then on the other end, a little mark at 2. So we'll get it centered. Now, if you want to mark it the other way, this way, this direction is 5 1/4, and half of 5 1/4 is 2 5/8. So that would be, now you don't have to do this, but that's 2 5/8 right there. Okay. So then when you put your diamond down here, this is just my 2 inch square, then you can kind of line it up. So here is your, you can hardly see it, but there's that. So here's that right there. So I know that's straight in the middle. And then I want to come down. I want to just do it right in the center pretty much. And you can put a dot here at the bottom too, at 2 5/8. That way you'll have all 4. All right, so we've got that one and that one. And it doesn't have to be exact, but just pretty close. So that looks pretty close. Now I'm going to just put some glue on that and flip it over. And the good thing about this glue is you got a second to move it. So I've got my points lined up here and here and here and here. And that looks pretty good. All right. Now, if you wanted to, you could draw a whole pencil mark right where it's supposed to go, but I don't want to put all that pencil mark on it. So I'm going to erase these so then you won't see them. Don't use a pen because then it will not erase unless you have an erasable pen. I don't even know if they still make those things. They used to make them when I was younger. We had erasable pens, and those were like the coolest things ever. Do y'all remember those if you're like born in the 60s kids or 70s? What day is Father's Day? Father's Day is usually the middle of June. Like, I don't know, 17th, 18th, something like that. My wedding anniversary when I was married was June 18th, and it was always that weekend. So he got double, which he didn't deserve anything. But all right, so this is the top of my card. I always start on the top right. So I'm just going to put a little sliver of glue, if it comes out, right here. And try to get your line straight. And then just put your piece of strip lined right up to the edge of that pink piece right there. So you want it right lined up with that. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to do another one and line that up straight like that. I probably should put my glasses on. I went into sugar overload this morning. We were sitting at work last night talking about different things, and we started talking about cinnamon rolls, and I was like, oh, I got a thing of cinnamon rolls in my refrigerator, and I said I probably need to use them because they're probably ready to expire. Well, they were already expired, but you know, they last a little while past the expiration date. It just says Best Buy, so that just is a general rule. So I had a pack of cinnamon rolls, Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. So I make this monkey bread with the cinnamon rolls. So you take a Ziploc bag, like I usually just get a gallon one, and I cut the rolls open, and then you take them. There's 8 rolls in a pack, so I just take 2 at a time and cut them into quarters, and then throw them in the bag, the Ziploc bag. All right, so now we've got our 4 things done, so we're gonna flip that over and cut those off. So you cut your cinnamon rolls into quarters, throw them in the bag, and add about, I don't know, I just throw in some brown sugar and some cinnamon. I don't really measure it, but it's probably about a half a cup of brown sugar maybe. And just, you know, some maybe a teaspoon or 2 of cinnamon. And then you just shake it up. So you put the whole 8 rolls in there, all cut into quarters. So you got 32 little pieces. Shake it in the bag so they're all coated with this brown sugar and cinnamon mixture. And then you dump them into a loaf pan. And then you take about, I don't know, 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter and melt it and pour over the top. And then stick it in the oven for about 30 minutes. You might want to cover the last few minutes because you don't want it to get like too brown on top. And then pop that icing that comes with it into the microwave for like 5 seconds, just 5 seconds, because you don't want it to like completely turn to liquid, but just a little bit. And then you drizzle that, well, you dump it out on a plate after it's out of the oven, and then you drizzle the icing all on top. And let me tell you, that is like heaven on a plate. It is the best thing you're going to ever taste. Now, if there was more people here, I would make two cans and use a bunch. cake pan. But since it was just me, I used the loaf pan. And oh my gosh, it's so good. But after you eat it, it's like eating Krispy Kreme donuts. You're kind of on a sugar like high, and then you come crashing down because it's like that was so much sugar. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just like bleh. It's so good while you eat it, but then the sugar is like, oh. All right, so I'm just gonna get the ink off of that. And oh, we're gonna dip this. So let's just dip it. This is one of my old pads. I could find my new espresso pad. All right, so we just dipped that. And so there we go. So we're gonna put that right on here. If you want to put it on dimensionals, you can. It doesn't really matter. So we're gonna just glue that down. My glue is not cooperating today. No, yesterday at work it was crazy because we were so busy until about 2 o'clock. We did like 80 some patients by 2. And then after 2 o'clock, it just, I don't know what happened. It just totally died. And so I had work till we closed. And we saw 80 patients from 8 to 2 in that 6 hours. And then from 2 till 8 in the evening, we saw like 25. It was like really slow for the rest of the day, which was good for me because I always take things to do, like stamping things. Oh, I got some ink on that. All right, we're going to stamp our flowers on the bottom here in the Moody Mauve. So the funny thing is, you know how it looks like it matches perfect, but then when you stamp this, it's a brand new pad, so it's really dark. So it comes out a little bit darker. So we're just going to ink that up. I probably should stamp that one off. So there's the first one. See how dark it is? Because it's brand new and very juicy. So wipe that off. And then we're going to take the inside and we're going to stamp that. Just put it down on there. Look how it just gets the ink. You don't even have to press it. And there's already ink. Look at it's bubbly. You can tell when it's brand new and juicy because it's bubbly. So we're going to stamp that off and then stamp it inside. And this matches up really, really nicely. So it's still a little bit dark, but okay. So there is our inside flower, and we're done with that. So I was just sitting there making some cards last night because we were so slow. I mean, literally, it was like crazy. At one point, we didn't have any patients at all. I was like, heck, let's just go. Let's go home. All right. So there you go. And we're going to put a couple, where did they go? I lost my, oh, here they are. I've got some gems. So these are the Blooming Pearls, and they come in all different colors. So we're going to be using the gold ones for this. And got my Take Your Pick tool. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of these. I just used the little tiny ones, but you could use bigger ones if you want it. And put those on there. And then, of course, we've got to squirt it with some shimmer. Oh, love it. Love it. Uh-oh, I got it all over this. My gems got sparkly. Okay, so there's the first one. So see how easy that was? That was like, oh, 5 minutes. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Lynn. The rolls sound yummy. Yes, they do. They still make, oh, eraser pens. Hey, Marie. Oh, you're talking to Michelle. Lisa always makes me laugh. I'm so glad. The fracture card is so much easier than cutting the cardstock into pieces. Yes. So this is the easy way. So if you just want one piece of cardstock or designer paper and you don't cut anything, this is like the way to go. Just do it this way and it's so easy. So that's our first one. Then we're going to move on to a little bit more difficult. So this one is actually two different designs. So you want to pick one that has a pretty good design to it, and then one that's very subtle design, like kind of plain, but you know, like watercolory or just a simple design. But one will be your main and one will be your other one. So for this one, we're gonna do 5.5 by 8.5 Misty Moonlight. And I just picked the same color. You know, you don't have to use the same color, but I use the same color only because sometimes if you use white as the back piece for this one to put all your stuff on, if you don't line up every single thing perfectly, you'll see that little white behind it. So I kind of like to match this piece to whatever the back piece is, so you don't see if you make a mistake. We've got another white piece for the inside. So that's our inside piece. And then we've got a 4x4 designer paper, one of those. And oops, did I lose this? I didn't write a thing on here. Okay, hold on. This is 2x4. 2x4 DSP. And this is the more like plain one. So, and this is for any designer paper pack that you're using, okay? So I didn't put the name on this, but it's Country Woods. Country Woods. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. So you also need your inside squares, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 Night of Navy and 2 by 2 white, and our little strips, 4 of these that are 1/4 of an inch wide. So that's all the pieces for this one. So get a screenshot of that. Hey, Jean from Canada. That's so funny. I used to have a customer with your same name, but she lived here right near me in Virginia. They still have erasable pens. That's funny. I remember they didn't write very well, but that was cool that you could erase them. I used to always use them like at school because, you know, we had to write everything in a pen, but it was nice if you could erase it. Oh, June 16th is Father's Day. Hey, Debbie. Jana. Okay. I'm just reading comments. That's why I'm silent for a second. Okay, so everybody got a screenshot of that one. So now, whoops. Let's take all these off. And all right, so this one is a little bit more work, but not much. It's still really easy. So we're going to take our 1/4 piece of cardstock and our little strips and these 2 pieces. So we're going to be using half of this for one part, half for another, and same with that one. All right, so again, we want the center. Now this is even easier because we can use a pen. This whole piece right here is going to be covered. So we're going to take and mark halfway. So halfway across is 2 inches. So put a little mark. And then halfway at the bottom is also 2 inches. So we're going to draw a line right down the middle. So this is even easier to line up your points. And this one is a little bit, you need to be kind of more perfect at it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be pretty centered. All right, and then we also want to put a mark 3/4 of an inch down from the top. So right there. So we want our little triangle here to go right there. 3/4 of an inch. And then we've got our line to mark it right there and there. So this is super easy. So we're going to put our square, and this is our Night of Navy square. Whoop! Uh-oh. That's okay. We're going to have glue everywhere, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so line that up right there. And that's okay. We got glue. We're going to put stuff there. All right, so see, I've got it right on that point and that point on my center line, and then we started at 3/4 of an inch down. So this is 3/4 of an inch right there that we put. So if you want to take a picture of that and just ignore all the glue, it's all right. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do our strips. So we've got, I always start in the top right. So just put a strip there. At least I didn't do this on the other card where I had, that would have mattered if I had all that extra glue, but this one doesn't. All right, we're going to glue this right up against our corner. Probably should put my glasses on so I can see. Okay, there we go. You want it right up to the edge. All right, then we're going to put glue here. Now, most of these, I put 4 1/4, I think, for the measurements for these. Really, only one has to be that long, but it's easier just to take one piece of paper that's, you know, one piece of cardstock that's like 1 inch by 4 1/4, and then just slice it, eat that way. All right, and then we're going to turn it. I got glue everywhere. And put that. And get that butted right up next to it. Whoops. Darn, I'm just making a mess today. It's all that sugar. All that sugar's like making my brain not work. I'm having a sugar coma in a minute. Okay, there we go. All right, so then we can cut all these off. We've got all these extra ones. Just go around and cut them off. And voila. Okay, so this was my top right here. I can still see my 3/4. So these are all trash. All right, so now we want to get our big pattern. So the bigger piece, we're going to start at the bottom right, and we're going to put it right here. So see, that's going to cover my mistake with all that messy glue right here. So you're going to put glue on this part. And you can put it either way. If you want your little design going this way or this way. I'm going to do it this way. Doesn't really matter. Put that right in there. And it fits just perfect. Actually, it's a sliver off. Wait a minute. Maybe I cut this the wrong way. Let's turn it that way. I did. Oh, I cut this short. Must be 3 3/4 by 4. Oops. Don't do that. Okay. Ah! Good grief. I'm having a hard time today. I'm making a mess. Now I got sticky paper. Here, let's put something down here. I'll put this down on top. Because I'm making a mess, girls. What is going on? My brain is not functioning. All right, this should be 4 by 4. I think I cut it crooked. So make sure that's 4 inches when you do it. All right, so that's that part. We're going to cut that off. Look, I got glue everywhere on this because I did it wrong. All right, we're going to cut this straight. Now, you don't want to cut it straight all the way out. We want to kind of keep it the shape it is because we need most of that. Because you can actually kind of pick which way you want it to go on the other side. All right, so then you're going to take that to your other side, opposite, and you can either put it this direction or you can put it this direction. So you have 2 choices. I'm going to do it this way so it matches. So I'll put that here and stick that in right there. All right, then flip that over and cut it off. Now, see, now it doesn't really matter if you, however you cut it. If you want to just cut that all the way across, you can. But if you use 4 by 4, it's works better, but that's okay. I still goofed and it came out okay, so that's good. All right, so back to, this is how it goes. All right, now we've got our other piece. This one's 2 by 4. So we're going to start here, and you can put it either this way. This one doesn't really have a direction, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put it right in there. And, oops, did I put it that way? Yeah. and right up in that corner. Okay, and then flip it over, and then just kind of cut it the same way we did the last time. So you don't want to like cut all the way over, then it's not going to work. So just cut that corner, and boom. So now we got 3 pieces done. So then we're going to take this one, and we can either put it right here, or you can, oh, won't work that way because it's a little too short. So you got to go that direction. Okay. Okay, so there you go. And then we're just going to cut that off. Voila. Voila. Now you can use your paper cutter too if you wanted to. There we go. We're all done. Okay, so that's done. I've got the sticky paper. I don't have my little, what is that called? Embossing buddy here to wipe off that stickiness, but that's all right. All right, we're going to put this down. I've got a little sliver right here. There we go. All right. So see what I mean? Like if you messed up in here, it's pretty good because you wouldn't notice it because you have the same color on the back piece. But if I had white and I screwed up, you might notice a little spot of white in there. All right, so that goes down here. And then we've got to stamp our inside and our little white words. So this time we're going to be using Misty Moonlight for our words. And we're still using Happy Birthday. I just use the same one for all of them. And because it fit pretty good. So there's our Happy Birthday. Let me wipe that off. Okay. And we've got our flowers, which are going to go in the blue also on the inside. So, oh, and we want to dip it. So there we go. All right, so we're going to do our outline in the blue. This is Misty Moonlight. So just put that there. Clean it off. Clean it as you go. And then just drop that on there. Give it a good little press. So you can tell this is not nearly as juicy as my other one. And I'm going to tap off. So now it's lighter. And there you go. Oh, that's beautiful. See, I think it works better when your pad's not so juicy. And you know the trick, if you want to get the ink like not so juicy, you just take either your bone folder or like a Pampered Chef scraper or a spoon and just kind of smush it across to the end. And that'll make it not as juicy. So we're done stamping that one. So then let's put this together. Now this one I did a little bow, so we're going to do a little bow on it. And I've got some pearls too. So see how many times I screwed that card up and it still came out good. So if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. Don't panic. Okay, what is the name of the DSP? Oh my gosh, I forgot to show you. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Okay, so it is Country Lace. Oh, I thought it was Country Woods. It's Country Lace, and it's in the big catalog. Here's what's in here. So this is the piece we're using, and the other piece we're using. So those are the two, and that's the back. And then you've got the same pattern on white. It's kind of white and gray. That's the back of that. And then you've got like a stripy flower. And, whoops. And then that other piece. That's also, this is like that beige color, the basic beige. And that's like probably gray granite, I would think, maybe. That's the piece we're using. And then another piece of, this is white and basic beige. And that's, oh, pretty stripe. So it's kind of like, and that I think is Pretty in Pink. Not Pretty in Pink. Oh, what's the other one? Petal Pink. Petal Pink. I think it's Petal Pink. Because Petal Pink always looks so peachy colored. I'm pretty sure that, oh, I can just look on the back and it'll tell me. Hold on. Lisa's having a blonde moment today. Basic Beige, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Smoky Slate. Okay, so there's the color. Good grief. I better stop eating sugar. It's affecting my brain. All right, so we've got some more of these pearls here to put on. So I'm going to grab some big ones for this. So we're going to use this one right here. And the nice thing about these pearls is they're kind of very versatile. You can use them with lots of different colors. Because even though these aren't Misty Moonlight, once you put them on the Misty Moonlight paper, they kind of blend right in. You could use the gold ones also if you wanted to. And then we're going to make a little bow with linen thread. So just tie a little bow and double it and cut. And here we go. You guys are so quiet. Gosh, nobody's talking today. Vicky says, the blue is prettier. Moody Mauve is dirty looking. What? What do you mean it's dirty looking? I love Moody Mauve. You're crazy, girl. Okay, so there's our little bow. I'm going to trim that just a teeny weeny bit. I love Moody Mauve. Of course, pink is my favorite color, so I'm a little biased. Pink, well, I love blue too. All right, so put our little glue dot right there. And so there's that. Then we're going to shimmer spray that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so there's card 2. So that was easy. So there you go. I think that one's got more shimmer than this one. I'll make them both shimmery. Love it. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to the last card. So we've got some sparkle on this one. I decided to use the glimmer paper. That is the In Color Glimmer paper for this one. So for this one, you're going to need, I'm reusing some of my sticky notes. All right, so we have 5.5 by 8.5 Petunia Pop, 5 1/4 by 4 Fresh Freesia, and I just used Fresh Freesia. I mean, you can use any color you want to put the paper on, but I would try to pick something that's similar to the basic back color. And then we've got our white inside piece. Hold on, I'm reusing some sticky notes. There we go. We've got our designer paper for this one, which is, anybody know the name of it? I want to say it's something flowers, but I could be wrong. I'll show it to you in a second. And then we've got 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 Summer Splash, 2 by 2 white, and then this is our plain piece. So these are in the same pack. And then I just cut strips, 12-inch strips of this. So I got 2 12-inch strips. It only takes 1 and a little bit more, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And then this paper is, hold on, let me grab it. This is called Unbounded Beauty. Oh, I wasn't even close. Okay. So we're using, let me pull it out. So we're using these 2 pieces for this one. And I already made a card with these 2 pieces the other day. It was a fun fold card. And this is just gorgeous. I love these colors. They're all the In Color. So this is kind of like the In Color designer paper because it's got all the new colors in it, like in one pack. Because it has the Pretty in Pink, the Petunia Pop, the Summer Splash, what what's that peachy color? Peach something. The only one that's not in here is the Shamrock one. I don't remember the Shamrock. Shy Shamrock. Yeah, only one that's not in here is, oh, I can look on the back and tell you, hold on, what the colors are. It is Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Peacock, Shy Shamrock. I didn't see Shy Shamrock in there. Where is Shy Shamrock? Oh, maybe right there, those little teeny ones. That darker color. No, that's Pretty Peacock. Maybe that one right there. I think the Shy Shamrock and the Summer Splash are similar, so that might be the Shy Shamrock right there. I'm not positive, but they're very close. And then the In Color Glimmer paper is gorgeous. So here's the Petunia Pop one, and then the Peach Pie, the Pretty in Pink. Ugh, that just could be like a beautiful dress and shoes. The Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash. So see, these are kind of similar colors. It's just like a darker, just more greenish. Aren't those beautiful? Love, love, love. The pink and the purple one are my favorite. Oh, those are so pretty. But those really are pretty similar. I like the blue better, but they're both pretty. All right, so there's all the colors we're using. And everybody get a screenshot of that for your, let me see, Unbounded Beauty. You guys are so smart. Probably have your catalogs right there too. Yeah, Jean, I think the Moody Mauve does look like Dusty Rose. A popular color from yesteryear, yes. I used to have my entire house, my very first house that I owned, that I bought back in the 80s, was mauve and like a blue, like a balmy blue. It was all pink and blue. And all the wallpaper, everything was pink and blue. And it was, I loved mauve. It was like my favorite color. So I loved it. And then I moved to my next house and everything was like earth tones. Everything was like green, like a mossy meadow and taupe and all those earthy colors. And now my new house is barnyard. It's barnyard. It's farmhouse. It's a farmhouse style. So everything in my house almost is white, black, and gray. And a little bit of like Sahara sand color, which is like the mix of gray and taupey color. So yeah, I live in a barnyard. And yeah, but I love my new style of house because everything is very neutral. You know, I love white, black and white and gray together. All right, so we're going to put this aside for just a minute and start with this piece. Now, I'm pretty sure I did. That is square, so I know I cut that one right. I cut the other one wrong, though. All right, so we're going to start with this. We're going to do our same little measuring, so 2 inches across. Put a mark. 2 inches across on the bottom. Put a mark. And that the class I showed you that I'm going to do this week, the Thursday class, I will be doing a video of that. So, and then we want to measure, so that's my center line right down the middle. And then we want to measure 3/4 of an inch right there. So that's 3/4 of an inch. So that's where we're going to start our point from. All right, so we're going to take our square, and we want to put our square right there. So let's try and not get glue everywhere on this one. I'll be doing a video. I was going to do it next Saturday, but I think next Saturday will be June 1st. So actually, I'll have to do a card kit that day. So Jalen says, complete with straw, manure, and barnyard animals. I do have straw in the backyard because I got that landscaping done and they put down straw. Well, yeah, I guess it's straw and hay is kind of the same thing. Hay. All right, we're going to start in the top right corner and put some glue. So I was mowing the grass, and the guy, when he did my backyard, I got like, 4 or 5 loads of sand and topsoil. And then he put a bobcat and just smoothed it out, and then put grass seed and that hay or straw. And then he put this mesh cover over top to like hold it in so it didn't wash away. So now the grass has grown because it's been like a month. So the grass has grown tall enough where I need to mow it. So I tried to mow over top of this meshy stuff, and it kept getting caught in the lawnmower. And I'm like, well, I guess I maybe should try to pull it up. I don't know. He didn't really say what to do. I thought it would just kind of sink under the grass and it wouldn't affect the mower, but it did. So it was kept getting caught, and it was making a big mess in my backyard with all this stuff. And I guess I'm allergic to straw or hay. Because I went in the house after I finished doing, pulling some of that up, and my eyes were almost swollen shut from touching that stuff. And I had to take my contacts out and rinse my eyes all out. And I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was like, I guess I got it in my eyes, the dust. All right, we're going to cut this off as we go. So there's the first one. Then we're going to move this around. And I'm going to use the other end because it's straight. Put that right up there. Now, of course, you could use any color you want here, but I thought the sparkly looked pretty. So that's why we're doing sparkliness here. Okay, and since we're cutting this at an angle, we've got these angle here. So I'm just going to cut that straight across. Hopefully that's straight. And then we're going to go one more time. And then I think we're going to have to use a new piece because it's be it. Put that down. And cut that off. Okay, so that's not enough to go here. So we're going to go to our next piece, the other strip that I cut. And do that. So there you go. And it should line right up. And now if you can put tape on the back of this, but I think if you try to put the glue on this, you might get it all over your finger. So that's why I try to just draw the line. All right, so here's the top because you can still see where the 3/4 line is. And then we're going to take our pattern paper. Always start with the bigger piece in the bottom corner. And so we can put it either way because now I've cut this right. So this is 4x4. And this pattern paper really can go any direction because if you look at the flowers, like this one is going this direction. This one is going that direction. This one's going that direction. So they're kind of all turned around. So it really doesn't matter which way you put your paper on here. So I'm just going to put it down this way right here. So that's what I mean, use a paper that doesn't really have direction to it when you're doing it. All right, so butt it right up into that corner. Give it a good press and cut it right up to the edge. I'm not wearing my glasses. I took them off again. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's our bottom. Now we have to do the top one. So we're going to turn this around. All right, so again, we can do it right here, or it will also fit this way. So if you do it this way, you might have enough to do half of another card. So I think I'm just going to do it that direction right there, because this square is not as big as the bottom one. So just put it right in there. And then save this part, because I think if you just cut that, you're going to have enough to do part of another card. So you don't waste any. And you could use your paper trimmer if you're not a very good cutter. But, I mean, it's not that hard to cut straight across like that. All right, so here's our other piece. So we're going to take this one. And again, well, you can't put it that way, so you got to put it that way. All right, so put that down here. Like that. Oh! Moved. Oh, Deborah says, got to pull that mesh crap up. The city put some down in our yard when they tore up their right of way. Same problem, can't mow over it. Yeah, I'm going to have to go out there and get it. Why do you place the square 3/4 from the top and not in the center? Oh, okay, so you can put it in the center if you want to, but if you, well, I mean, there's no reason really. I like it just a little bit more towards the top. But when I measured, if it wasn't at least 3/4 of the way down, I needed a bigger piece than 4 inches right here. So you need to put it at least 3/4 of an inch down, and then I just think it looks good right there. It's a little bit above halfway, and I just like the look of that. So it's about, let me see. So it's about 1 1/4 inches from the bottom. So if you want to do 1 and 1, you could do that too. But I'm not sure if these pieces need to be changed at all. But for the measurements I have, I did it 3/4 of an inch from the top. So if you do 1 inch down and have it centered, it still should work with those pieces like that. I'm not positive, but I know with the 3/4 of an inch, it works with the measurements, because I put it down and measured it. This is what I did the first time. I just put it down wherever I wanted to, and it just happened to be 3/4 of an inch. And then I measured, okay, how long do I need this side to be? And it was a little bit more than 4 inches. And then I said, okay, so I'm just going to do 4 by 4 and see if it works. It did. And then over here, I said, okay, let me do the 4 inches, but these are smaller. So I said, well, I only needed 2 inches this direction. So this is just the size that I did it. So if you want to try it 1 inch down, see if these sizes still match, you can. But that's just the size that I did it, because I liked it a little bit higher than center. But this one over here is centered because I've got to go in the other direction. So, but this one we're not cutting anything. But you know what? We could measure that, because this would be a centered one. So say if we're doing it this way, then this would be less than 4 inches. And that's 2 inches. So it's still, well, it still should work. And this would be 2 and 2.5, and then 2 and about 2, a little bit more than 2.5. I'm thinking it still should work. I don't have another piece to check it with, but it still should work if you center it. Try it, let me know if it works. But I like it a little bit higher than center if the card's going up and down, so that's why. But see, I did do one that was a little bit less than 3/4 of an inch, and my pieces were too small. It really needed like 4 1/4 at the bottom. So just make sure it's at least 3/4 of an inch down. Okay, so then we take this extra piece, put it over here, going that way, or it doesn't work that way, so you got to put it that way. But I just like these sizes work perfect the way this is, so that's the way I did it. And you know, there's like, for every video you pull up for this technique, everybody does it a different way. I just think this is the easiest way that I saw. Well, I didn't even see this, but I kind of took other people's ways and said, oh, I'm going to do it this way and make it even easier. So that's kind of how I came up with this, but I didn't see anybody else doing it the way that I did it. All right, so now we're going to stamp our flowers and words. So now we're using Petunia Pop. So Petunia Pop for the words on here right in the center. Make sure you're doing these across diagonal like a diamond, because you don't want to put it that way and then it won't work. And then I'm going to dip it too. Okay, so there's our center. And then we're going to do the flowers on here. Now this is also a juicy pad, so these flowers are going to be darker. So this is right there in the bottom. And then put that down. Boom, look how juicy that is. It just automatically just sinks right in. Stamp it off. And then line it up. Perfect. I love see-through stamps. When they're clear, you can just see right through them. And it's perfect every time. Okay. Like Petunia Pop. Yep. Dip it. Dip it good. What was that song? Wait a minute. That was from the 80s. Was it Dip It? No, it was... What was the name of that song? Dip it good. Whip it! It was Whip It! Devo, that's right, Devo. Whip it good. Yes, that was it. Oh, I loved 80s music. Oh, that was my high school and college years. I graduated from high school in 1983. And I loved 80s music. And what we used to do was we had songs, and we would have different words to all the songs that were popular. So whenever the song came on the radio, we would sing it with our words instead of the real words. And it was so funny just doing that. I swear, I loved high school. I had so much fun in high school. But that 80s music, man, that was some good music. Bringing back memories. Whip it good. What does PU mean, Carolyn? PU? Does that mean it stinks? Or pickup? I don't know. Oh, Sharon, you're the same age as me. Oh, Push It. There was another song, Push It. Push It. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember that song. I don't remember the words to it. Yeah, but Whip It real good. Yeah, Push It was another one. Okay, so there we go. We're going to put a little bit of pearls on this one. And I'm going to use these. Let me see. I think these little teeny ones right here go perfect with that blue. Let's put one down here. So we'll be different, but 3 for this one. All right, we're gonna spritz this one and then we'll be done. I have a hysterical joke from you. There we go. All right, so here's our cards for today. So that's our sparkly one. That was our first one. That was our second one. So there's all the cards for today. I hope you loved this technique. It's so super easy. Now, if you do this one, that's a 5-minute card. These are more like 10-minute cards, but they're still super easy. So I hope you love those. I got a joke and some cards to give away. So, oh, Sharon, you're 59. I'll be 59 in October. So, oh, Deborah says, my laugh is as contagious on TV as it is on the phone. Thank you. Oh, Vicky says, whip it, push it, beat it. Come on, baby. Make it hurt so good. Okay, Vicky. Girl. You are a riot. All right, so here's my joke. This one I had to change a little bit because it started as an Australian joke. I had to change it to American, but it's a funny one. Okay, so an old cowboy and 3 wishes. So we have an old cowboy has spent many days crossing the desert without water. His horse had already died of thirst. He's crawling through the sand, certain that he has breathed his last breath, when all of a sudden he sees an object sticking out of the sand several yards ahead of him. He crawls to the object, pulls it out of the sand, and discovers what looks like to be an old briefcase. He opens it, and out pops a genie. But this is no ordinary genie. She's wearing an IRS, Internal Revenue Service, badge and a dull gray dress. There's a calculator in her pocketbook. She has a pencil tucked behind one ear. Well, old cowboy, says the genie, you know how I work. You have 3 wishes. He says, I'm not falling for this. And I'm not going to trust an IRS agent genie either. And she says, what do you have to lose? You've got no transportation. It looks like you're a goner anyway. The old man thinks about this for a minute and decides that the genie's right. Okay, I wish I were in a lush oasis with plenty of food and drinks. Poof! The old cowboy finds himself in the most beautiful oasis he has ever seen, and he's surrounded with jugs of wine and platters. Got this. This is a video that it was like a Facebook reel, and it was a video that was going. So I had to screenshot each page that was playing. So this page stopped with surrounded with jugs. And then I go to the next page, and it's of wine and platters of delicacies. Okay, so he's in the most beautiful oasis he's ever seen, and he's surrounded with jugs of wine and platters of delicacies. Okay, old boy, what's your second wish? My second wish is that I was rich beyond my wildest dreams. Poof! The old man finds himself surrounded by a treasure chest filled with rare gold coins and precious gems. Okay, cowboy, you have just one more wish. Better make it a good one. After thinking for a few minutes, the man says, I wish that no matter where I go, beautiful women will want and need me. Poof! He turns into a tampon. And the moral of the story, if the government offers you anything, there's going to be a string attached. I couldn't get through that joke. Okay. So I hope you liked that joke. That was funny. All right, so I've got some cards to give away. Let me see. I think I've got a couple that weren't claimed yet, so let me get these out of the way. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff too. And let me pull these cards out. So I do have one. This is Nora Hayden from last time. Still haven't claimed it. And all the rest are new. So everybody else got their cards. So they're all in the mail. All right, so I've got 5 today. So let me shake this up. Oh, yeah. Ann says, that was hilarious, and you made it more hilarious. I know. You know what it kind of reminds me of? When you watch Carol Burnett, if you guys are my age, you know Carol Burnett. And when they were doing a skit, and they all started laughing so hard because they couldn't get through it because it was so funny. That's what it kind of reminds me. When I'm reading a joke, and it's so funny I can't even finish it, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Because, oh, Jalen says, take a snippet of your greatest nonstop laughs and put them all together on a video for us. Yep, still laughing. You guys can tell your husbands that one. All right, so let me shake these up. We've got our first winner is Barbara Osborne. Maybe Osborne. I don't know. I can't read my writing. Osborne. Next winner is Sequencer. Cindy. Sequencer. Who is Cindy? I haven't seen her on here today. Next one is Starla. Oh, everybody pray for Starla. I think she might still be in the hospital. Next winner is Wendy Harvey. Wendy Harvey. And one more. Oops, this fell out. Next one is Dahlia Martinez. So there you go. Those are the winners for today. So we have Nora from last time, Barbara Osborne, Sequencer, first name Cindy, Starla, Wendy Harvey, and Dahlia Martinez. So some of these are from the live, some are from the after comments. So if you see your name, make sure you send me your address to stampgirl2@cox.net. And I underline that 2 so you don't forget to put the 2. It's stampgirl2@cox.net. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video and go make some of these cards. And I will see you back on Tuesday. Oh, Wendy's on here. Okay, Wendy. Yeah, Wendy, you got this one. I don't see anybody else. I know Starla's, I think, still in the hospital. So we'll get hers to her. I have her address. But if any of these other people are watching the replay, make sure you send me your address so I can get those cards out to you. And I'll be back on Tuesday. See you guys later. Have a great, great weekend and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.